Welcome back to my channel, Hilltop View Journals. Today I wanted to show you what I've been working on the last couple of months, I guess, since probably early January. Rachel from RachandBella Crafts brought out 3 grungy essential kits, one in neutral, one in pink and one in teal. Now I've tried to be controlled and work with one at a time, so this is the neutral version. I am so desperate to get on to the pink version next because everything is printed ready and I've started fussy cutting, but I thought no, I've got to do a flip through of these journals before I move on to making something new, because I don't enjoy doing this bit. Sometimes I think it's just boring for people to watch, but I'm going to flip through so you can see what I've done, and if you pick up a few things and you'd like me to show you how I've done them or why I've done them, if you've got any questions, please just pop them in the comments box and I will get back to you. I don't know if I'm going to do 2 flip throughs in one video. I may cut them off, or I may just put a nice break in between, and then you can decide whether you want to have a look at the second one or not. So let's get on with these flip throughs. I'll put one there for now and we'll go with this chunky mama. Okay, what have I done here? It's a really large journal, certainly not something that you want to be carrying around in your handbag. And both the journals I've made with the neutral kit, which I of course will link below, to RachandBella Crafts Etsy and Ko-fi pages. I've just forgotten what I've said. Yeah, what I wanted to do was to make these journals for my own personal journaling, and so they are made in a way that is flexible and I can take out the signatures and then sew them back in when I've written in them. I'll start with the spine because, oh, if only I could make this. But I purchased this off Etsy, and it's a shop called Libra Designs by Susan. Of course, I will put a link below. And I got to hear about her from Tracie Fox, and she does these wonderful fussy cuts, which I've got here as well. Look how beautiful these are. I mean, they're just gorgeous. These are actually labels, and there's a few other things I've bought from her as well because I couldn't control myself. She does these as well, which are lovely specimen cards. She's got loads of stuff on her Etsy site. So she made this, which is obviously perfect for this grungy journal, and I bought it because I fell in love with it, but also because I just wanted to see how she made it. I don't know if I'd ever be able to make something like this. I just don't have these kinds of things in my stash. But oh, look at it. It's just so gorgeous. I could just play with it all day. And the binding here, simple 3-hole pan-fit stitch. I've just left them tied on the outside because I can easily remove them. They're very loosely tied, and as I said earlier, it's because I'm going to go and use the signatures and then put them back in. The cover is made from some type of packaging. It's really quite thick. You can see there you've got the edge of the cardboard. And the way I've made the cover is I've used book pages, which you can see there perhaps I've stitched together. So just made a sheet of paper, and I think have I got something here to show you? What have I done with that? There we go. This is the type of thing. So I just stitch them together. They're folded pieces of book pages from Reader's Digest, as you can see. So that's what's on the base of this. And then I've covered it over with sewing pattern paper and done a bit of grungy, and I wasn't careful with that as well, so I wanted the texture in there, you know, like the creases and things. And then I have put some book corners on there, and the front then, so I've just left it plain. I've just used a little bit of ephemera that I made from a pocket from the kit, and that's the cutout from a embossing folder, well, a die cut I should say, and then I can't remember, I think I might have got these from Tracie Fox, but again this is just on a piece of scrap. And so that is the front cover. Very simple, nothing fancy, but I love the way it looks. I haven't done anything on the back, and you can see here that I have used it's bookbinding tape, and it is this is definitely on Amazon, but I think I bought this from an independent retailer, so I'll have a look at where I bought it from and I'll put the link in below. Christina Wakely media tape. It's not cheap at all, but it is awesome. It's one of those things that you pay for, but it's worth the money. So it's great for bookbinding. Again, I didn't bother covering it, didn't put any lace on there. This didn't need it. I mean, it's just so beautiful that I think that just sets off the whole journal. Okay, inside then, oh, there we are. There's one of the specimen cards that I use as well. Inside, I have got 3 signatures. And you can see here that there's a lot of space between each one. And the reason why I've done that is because these are pretty much naked journals. And as I use them, I will go in every day and I will add some additional ephemera here. I'll put fabric, lace, I'll put scraps of paper, and I'll add my photos in. And I'll show you an example of that in this other one here, which is I'm part way through this. So you can see here, that's the kind of thing that I do, is I will just add in my photos for the week and just a little bit of embellishments. You know, look at my son, bless him, he'll kill me if he ever saw that. Yeah, so that's what I do with my journals. And because I do that, they tend to get really bulky, so they end up looking like this sort of really gator mouth. And if I don't make the cover wide enough, then I end up with a journal that is huge. So that's why there is such a gap in between these. I'm sort of trying to plan ahead for gator mouth. Again, this is the Grungy Essential Kit in Neutral from RachandBella Crafts. I've just gone ahead and made some really scrappy grungy tags, and I do use the tags for my daily journaling. I will put lists on there, to-do lists, my gratitude, things like that. Here I've used an envelope and I've added again some of the ephemera in there. I can't tell you where the labels are from, but I will put links to Tracie Fox and another site which I can't quite remember the name of right now. It's not coming to me, but it will probably by the end of the video, and I'll put the link in where to get these really good labels. I've used a masterboard here. I've mounted some of the, I think this is a Valentine's kit that Rachel did recently as well. So again, I'll put the link into that one, and I've just mounted that on some card, just done a scrappy little collage there. There I've played around with my printer settings and got a really grungy print. Here, this again, I think this was a freebie from Rachel, and I just used some scrap paper to make a little file folder. This is a fabric pocket, and here is, this was in my stash, don't know where I got it from, and I just used it because at the time my printer was broken, so I couldn't print anything out. Pocket, very grungy, journaling card, and then I've just done another little tag there with my scraps, grungy embellishments. Of course the pages are all plain because I'll be writing on them every day, and I've left them very, very blank because at the beginning, or maybe at the end of one week before I go into the other week, I'll then add my embellishments in, and I really enjoy doing that because I can just be free to do what I want. If I don't have time, I just don't do it. It's pretty simple really. So I've just used a selection of papers, use the kit, which is just gorgeous. I could play with it forever. Book pages, I've coffee dyed some paper from Amazon. They are from these types of books. Let me just grab them here, and I pull them apart. Sometimes I'll use them as they are, but quite often I'll pull them apart because these ones have got staples in. They're really cheap, but they turn out great when you tea dye them. So that's what I've used there, and I put some gesso on there. Again, lots of coffee mess. And so those are the pages, and then on the back part again I've made just another simple journaling card. I've just glued there, and this is mainly scraps. I probably won't write on that one, but this one is quite thick, and it gives the signature quite a bit of sturdiness. So the rest of the signatures are pretty much the same, so I'll go really quickly now, and I'll just go through, I'll just show you some of the embellishments that I've done. So here's a nice little belly band, and that's from a masterboard. Again, that's from, I think it's the Valentine kit. There I've just used a little bit of, you can get these off Amazon. I'll make sure they're on my wish list. You can get a link to that. So that's a nice journaling card. Again, it's nice and thick, so it strengthens the signature cover there. I think I'm going to have to re-glue that bit there. It looks a bit loose, I think. It is a bit loose. I'll redo that. These are all blank pages. Again, these are from those traveller's notebooks you can buy from Amazon. Okay, this is stained vellum that I've used there, and I actually really like writing on the vellum as well. Okay, that's just a simple tag. I've backed it with packaging paper. What else have I got here? Here's another pocket and another scrappy tag. This here is from tissue paper, and I really can't remember what I've mounted it on. I think I just mounted it on plain book page. No, actually, I can see in the background there, it is actually a book page. And again, there's a little tag in the back there. Okay, so you've got a little envelope, which I haven't put anything in yet, but I'll put some nice little cards in there. Little embellishment, little cluster. That's a bit of die cut that I had scraps, and I've just used book pages there. Another tag, backed with packaging paper, and that's just a little embellishment. I come to the back page then, and this is from a book page. Another little tag. And I'll enjoy playing with these when I go and do my journaling. It sort of adds just a little bit of fun, really. Third signature, exactly the same. I've added some lace on the spine, and I've done that. I've added some fabric on the spine there and some fabric on the spine there, just to give it a little bit of stability. And exactly the same in terms of the structure, theme, style. Okay, this is from Nana's Roses Lace. I'll link it. Again, RachandBella Crafts, of course. Nice little embellishment there. Lots of plain pages. This is from it's not antique, but it is vintage newspaper. There's a little pocket there, but I just need to make a nice little tag or bookmark in there. I printed this on lined paper, tea-dyed lined paper. I think that's what broke my printer, but don't tell Hewlett Packard because it was under warranty. This is a card, a tag, and yeah, I've just used elements from the Valentine kit because they just go so well with this. A little bit of embellishing there, and this is another large tag. As you can see, my sewing machine wasn't very happy with me. Simple pocket, another tag, little pocket, and again I've just folded up the paper, the vellum, to make a simple pocket there, and that's just leftovers. Belly band and another one of those file folders, which are great for little lists. Okay, and that's packaging paper. And we're coming to the end now. This is a masterboard, very grungy masterboard, which kind of went wrong, so I wanted to use it in this. And I've backed that with one of the pages from the kit. And then this is the signature end, and then I've just got some small little, I haven't even bothered backing them, I probably won't write on them, so small little journaling cards or tags there, which just fit in there. So that is pretty much this journal. So I will take each signature out as and when I need it. Oh, I've just got this page as well, bear with me. There we are. So this is a little envelope, again needs gluing down, and put some stuff in there. Little journaling card, another simple tag, and I've got a pocket there I can put something else in. And I've just made a pocket out of an old envelope. Okay. Oh, which craft you do? That's where I got them from. See, I told you it'd come to me eventually. Good on menopause. Eventually the brain kicks in. Okay, so that is journal number 1. Where are we on time? I think what I'll do is I'll stop the video and I'll restart it. So you could always just very quickly sort of fast forward or put me on high speed for the next one. But yeah, I'll just record it and see how I go. Okay, this is the second journal. So this was the original journal cover that I made for the 3 signatures that were shown in the previous part of the video. And what happened was I packed them so much and put so many pages in them, this ended up like looking like this. It was just huge. So I thought, oh, I'm gonna have to go and make another journal cover. I found one in my stash and I just amended it a bit. So this is a smaller version, and I have used some 12 by 12 cardstock that I didn't like, and I have collaged over it to make it like a masterboard. So it's pretty sturdy. And what I also did then to give it more sturdiness was I added another piece of 12 by 12 and glued on some of the digital kit on there. And you can see there I've used stamps, so rather than sewing, because my sewing machine wasn't very happy with me, just like my printer. Here I've done a really simple collage. I've mounted one of the photos from the Valentine kit onto heavy cardstock, put the book plates on there. On the back, I've just left it really scrappy, gone a bit overboard with the grunging up of the lace, but it'll do. Book plates, and then here I used a couple of clothes tags, and you can use this as a notebook as well if you like. That's what I've done there, and it's just attached with a pin and another pin there and a hole through there. I do actually have holes, I don't know if you can see, but I've got the holes ready to sew these in, but I haven't sewn them in, they're all loose. And the closure is very simple, holes there, and I've just tied in some lace. So there's the holes, you can see them there ready, and these are then the matching holes for each of the signatures. This again, so this follows exactly the same format as my previous one. I've just made some scrappy journaling cards. some tags, another journaling card, simple pockets, and I've done that on this side as well. I've just used a belly band from a cut off, glued this onto the cover, and here is one of the notebooks, and I think I've got a process video on my Instagram channel, and this is really easy to make. Again, it's just backed with grungy bits of scrap, and I'm currently working in this one for my daily journaling. So you can see here that they follow the same pattern, in that I've just got tags and everything in there. That's the Antique Lace Digital Kit Nana's Roses from RachandBella Crafts, and the front and back of each signature cover has got a tag or a journaling card to give it a little bit of stability, but these are quite thin actually, so they don't add too much bulk. This is a masterboard, and each one of these is a masterboard. So I've just made some tags. This one is from the kit, and again I've written on there. I haven't written on this one. This is one of my favourite ones. I don't know why. I think it's just the combination of the red and the brown. Okay, I've just used some scraps on the back. I've used a coffee dyed envelope there. I think that's a Tracie Fox label, and I wanted to leave that there so you could see that it was an envelope. And then as I go through, I just made some tags which I've written on, and here. So I haven't written on this one yet because this is today, so I'll probably do my journaling tonight. And that goes in there. And what else have I got here? Another little tag. Okay, and that's got a belly band, so I could add another little tag in there if I've got anything spare. And these, I can't remember if these are actually one of Rachel's freebies. I'll have to have a look on her Ko-fi site and post the link. And again, just come in here, and there's another bookmark, my poor husband, bless him, and another scrappy tag. And then the other two then, so these are what I'll be using for the next couple of weeks. I think I've got enough for 2 weeks worth of my journaling, my daily journaling. And again, these are exactly the same. This one I have used some wax thread and made an envelope. This is from the kit, and I've just done a simple collage there, and just used scrappy paper. As you can see, my sewing machine was going nuts because I tried to use something other than Gutermann thread, and it went mad and said I don't like this cheap stuff. She's quite particular, my sewing machine. It has to be pampered. Don't know where she gets the attitude from. Tag, journaling card from the kit, all very scrappy. I like having belly bands as well in my my journals. Okay, so just a couple of other tags I had in my stash that went with the kit. And it's great to mix and match things, especially if you've got them printed and they're lying around and you haven't used them. This is from, oh, what's it called now? Tapology or Taperology, can't ever say it. And I've just put it over the kit there. Just come to the back. Here's another quite white stark journaling card. And this is the third one. So I've just done I've done a tuck spot there with some goodies in, very grungy tag. Again, you can see there, she's not happy. That's from the kit. And what have I done here? Okay, I've added a little tuck spot in, lovely butterflies from the kit. Very scrappy. I've used some cardboard there. Here kind of went wrong, so I just used some pen and tried to make it look like it's intentional. But that's a nice tag to write on. And this was in my stash, so I've just made a pretty little collage and backed it with packaging paper. And how did that go in there? Oh yeah, that way. And again, this was another masterboard that I just put some cheap construction paper on the back. So pretty much that is it. My 2 journals, and a lot of it I didn't do on camera because I've been really struggling to try and get stuff done on YouTube and Instagram and sharing what I'm doing. Sometimes all I've wanted to do is just come to my craft desk and just start gluing and cutting and seeing where it leads me rather than trying to plan out content. But I will try and get back into it, guys. When I got time, I'll try and share what I'm doing and tell you where I get my ideas from. I feel like I'm a little bit like a signpost to other YouTubers who are creating this amazing content and allowing us to learn from them. So I'm forever grateful to those YouTubers that really do share their talents with us. And that's it. If you've got any questions about these, please do drop them in the comments box. And I hope you've enjoyed these quick flip throughs, and love having you with me, and hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.